Under the rule of the autocrat Elon Musk, his employees live under a work pattern even more extreme than the 996, called 007. Working at least 100 hours a week for 7 days. Moreover, the average salary of his employees is below market standards. If an employee tells him that they don't have enough time or can't do it, the result waiting for them is definitely dismissal. Furthermore, all of Musk's employees come from all over the world, hand-picked geniuses. Despite this, why are his employees willing to endure this, which can be considered the most ruthless exploitation in the world of capitalism? So, what does Musk have that can make so many geniuses work so hard for him? Geniuses are willing to follow Musk mainly because he has done these 5 things exceptionally well. If we had to introduce Musk in the simplest way possible, it would be that Musk is revered as a godlike figure by almost everyone in the United States and nearly the entire world. He not only has a business mindset but is also an entrepreneur who excels at technical work. There are very few like him in the world, and he has founded and simultaneously manages several of the most revolutionary companies on Earth. These include SpaceX for rocket manufacturing, Tesla for electric cars, The Boring Company for underground tunnels, and Neuralink for brain-computer interface technology. Most people would find it challenging to run just one business, but Musk has to oversee so many companies while also managing teams of hundreds of thousands of people. What's more, each of these companies is showing excellent results. So, what is it about Musk that can make so many people, so many geniuses, work so hard for him? While attending college, Musk pondered the current state and future of humanity. He believed that 3 industries would determine the fate of humanity: the internet, renewable energy, and space exploration. Consequently, he decided to focus on these areas in his future endeavors. After graduating, Musk co-founded an internet company called Zip2 with his brother. Zip2 was a platform that allowed traditional media to upload content and information to the internet. The goal was to help local businesses collaborate with online media, localize their products, significantly increase exposure, and boost sales. Following this, Musk once again invested most of his funds into a new venture, an online bank called X.com. The creation of X.com aimed to simplify the purchase and use of financial products for people, streamlining the complex processes of traditional banking. Subsequently, Musk ventured into the space exploration industry, founding SpaceX to manufacture space rockets. He set a goal to eventually enable human habitation on Mars, as a precaution in case Earth's environment became unsuitable for humans in the future. Later, he entered the renewable energy sector, investing in the pure electric car company Tesla and the solar energy manufacturer SolarCity. The objective was to reduce humanity's dependence on non-renewable energy sources like oil, as oil is a finite resource that will eventually be depleted. It's essential to note that Musk's many ventures all prominently display his mission: I am fighting for the future of humanity rather than business interests. This powerful sense of mission deeply attracts other genius individuals who share the same ideals and aspire to change the world. Elon Musk is not just someone who pressures his employees to work tirelessly, he has, in fact, devoted his life to his ventures and set a courageous and unwavering example for his staff. In Silicon Valley, most entrepreneurs utilize market resources to establish their businesses. With a good idea, they can approach investors or venture capital firms, allowing them access to substantial funding for startup capital. They typically do not risk their own money. This means that if their business fails, it's just the company that goes bankrupt, with little impact on their personal lives. However, Elon Musk, driven by a spirit of adventure, is different. After selling Zip2 and X.com for a high price, Musk was already a billionaire. But he took a tremendous risk by investing his own $100 million in the founding of SpaceX and borrowed extensively to continuously fund SpaceX, which was incurring massive losses. If the venture had failed, he would have been left nearly penniless and heavily in debt. Apart from his financial commitment, Musk's investment of time in his companies is beyond what most people can fathom. His time management is admirable. Under normal circumstances, Musk works 3 days a week at SpaceX and Tesla, spends Sundays with his family and children, and manages other company matters during this time. He often works over 100 hours a week, which averages to over 16.7 hours per day. In emergencies, he frequently exceeds 120 hours per week, averaging over 20 hours per day. In such a lead-by-example scenario, employees cannot possibly harbor notions of working to death while the boss enjoys the benefits. They have no choice but to try to keep pace with the boss's work rhythm. Working alongside Musk is no simple task. The demanding Musk constantly inspires his employees to tap into their untapped potential. He frequently requires them to push their own limits, facilitating rapid growth. Several years ago, NASA tasked Musk with creating an enormous launch rocket, a project that would take a decade of research and cost billions of dollars. For a relatively inexperienced team, this was an impossible feat. However, Musk believed that anything explainable through physical logic could be solved. Musk's strong logical thinking led him to break down complex tasks into their components, analyze them, and identify the fundamental root causes of problems. This allowed him to discover the quickest path to achieving his goals, a concept he referred to as first principles. Musk often demands his employees to adopt this type of thinking when faced with challenges. As a result, Musk achieved a successful launch by simply strapping a few small rockets together to form a large one, which could also be recovered and reused, reducing transport costs by 95%. His employees felt tremendous pride in this breakthrough and growth. Musk consistently pushes his employees to explore their intellectual capacities and pushing their limits. For brilliant individuals, working under such a boss means that merely hearing a couple of sentences from him can elevate their thinking and broaden their perspectives. Who wouldn't want such an opportunity for growth? Musk wholeheartedly and obsessively focuses on his objectives and does whatever it takes to achieve them. He expects the same from everyone around him. Musk's execution is not merely about wanting to do something, it's about ensuring that it gets done. Regardless of the difficulties faced, Musk is relentless. In an internal email to his staff, Musk once wrote, "If the path is blocked, we'll eat through the wall." Consequently, the work culture at SpaceX and Tesla is characterized by one overarching principle: accomplishing objectives comes first. All internal and external obstacles, whether they exist in an individual's mind or in the environment, are pushed aside. When SpaceX experienced its first rocket launch failure, employees were disheartened. Musk responded with an all-encompassing email outlining the numerous instances of rocket launch failures in human history, followed by eventual success. He assured them that SpaceX would persist in its efforts, regardless of challenges, and he employed the motto. SpaceX ultimately succeeded on its fourth attempt, securing a substantial contract from NASA. This experience emphasized that even after a third failure, there would be a fourth, fifth, and sixth attempt if needed. Nothing can stop Musk except success. In Musk's companies, this culture of relentless pursuit of objectives is the most dominant aspect of their corporate culture. Musk's emphasis on talent in his entrepreneurial endeavors is remarkable. He values talent tremendously and is willing to invest his time and energy into discovering and recruiting top talents. Musk continually monitors the performance of aerospace programs at the best schools and the achievements of the brightest students. He also regularly attends aerospace-related conferences worldwide, where SpaceX representatives are consistently scouting for talent. Musk himself keeps an eye out for exceptional individuals he can access. When he encounters someone he admires at a space conference, for instance, he sends them a job offer within minutes. If the person responds with their resume and questions, he answers all their inquiries within 30 minutes. Despite managing over 5 large companies simultaneously, Musk personally interviewed the first 1,000 employees at SpaceX, including security personnel and technicians. Even as the teams expanded, Musk continued to interview as many engineers as possible. Though these interviews might last only 30 seconds to 15 minutes, he recognizes that just like time, opportunities for talent are precious and can be lost if not seized. Can Musk's approach be learned? Musk's treatment of these world-class geniuses may seem dictatorial, and employees within his companies sometimes fear or even resent him. Yet, simultaneously, they admire him and willingly follow him. In the words of the author of Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, and the quest for a fantastic future, some are even willing to give their lives for Musk. However, can Musk's approach be learned by other leaders? To emulate Musk, you need the following. A grand vision. You must possess an incredibly ambitious dream that gives meaning to the genius's endeavors. Full commitment. You must invest your entire fortune and life into this dream, setting an example for the geniuses to follow. Inspiration and growth. You must be able to inspire and help them grow, encouraging them to continually push their limits and become better versions of themselves. Unwavering resolve. You must steadfastly advance toward your goals, never retreating in the face of any difficulty. Talent identification. You must be able to identify exceptional individuals and be willing to spend time scouting, evaluating, and embracing them. So, these 5 points outline why talent from around the world is willing to follow the seemingly tyrannical Musk. If you are a genius, would you be willing to follow such a leader? As an entrepreneur, would you emulate Musk's approach, or do you have your own set of management secrets? Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.